guys, I promised you I would update you on the bathroom process. So this whole pop out here, we kind of put that in, so we have to paint in the back so that it kind of like blends a little better. But we put this in here to extend the bathroom. And then, so these little shelvings here are new. All right, so in the bathroom, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use one of those. We're installing a hanging barn door, so it's gonna slide this way off of this area right here, and it'll open and close this way, and it's gonna look really nice. And so it's still in the process. So we got the floor fixed and all the tile fixed, and it was great. We had the tile people before, the tile people had actually like mismatched, and so they put in like 2 different types of tiles, and then they accidentally put in the wrong color. I'll show you a picture of that. But they came back and fixed it, and so it looks good. They put in this wainscoting here and a chair rail along the wall. This is where the sink's gonna be. We're gonna have these beautiful mirrors and these lights over here. They gotta put the overhead lights on. You can see where they're kind of like putting in this really like a decorative border around this side. And then my room's like an absolute mess right now. And then, let's see, here we got the tub all set here. And yeah, so they got the wainscoting around the corner here and here. And what they decided to do was, we don't have I'm sorry, there's no light in here yet, but there will be. We're gonna put in an eyeball up here that's directional, so we're able to like light it up back here. We don't have the shower apparatuses in yet, and they have all their tools in here. But I'm thinking that it's still gonna be too dark. I don't want it dark in there. I think eventually we're gonna have to put a light up in here, probably fairly soon, so that it shines right down on you as you're in the shower. And I forgot to show you, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little pop out there with a mosaic that's gonna match the floor right in there. So, but anyway, it's coming along, you guys, it's coming along.
Hey everybody, it is, oh my goodness, look what time it is. It's like 10:30, honey.
10:40.
10:40, okay. So yes, I should be in bed already, but we have some things to do. I'm trying to keep myself busy here while Honey is down here and he is working. Oops, at the table. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi everybody.
So I told him I'm going to finish my video here, my vlog for today while he's here doing that. So I was watching N is for Nurse today, Amy, in case anybody is not already subscribed to her. I love Amy. She is amazing. And I'm not just saying that because, oh, it's just something to say. She's a really neat person. And she had a talk today about, it was kind of serious. She had like a live, she was talking about keto because I guess she's making a change to keto. And she was talking about the discussion of a fatty liver, something that she's dealing with now. And, you know, not an easy subject. It hasn't been an easy subject for her to talk about and to bring up because it's kind of heavy, you know, and it's very, it's really upsetting when you first find out news like that. I think it's much more common than we realize, but anyway, there are a few different people. There's quite a few people doing keto now, I think, and some people who were formerly Weight Watching people who are now doing keto, and so they're experiencing, you know, kind of like an exodus of viewers leaving their channel because of that, and that's their prerogative. That's, you know, it's all about choice here, but I don't know. It's, you know, it's really hard to go through that, and then because you're trying to figure it out, right? And yes, it's important. Your channel's important, but what's really important is you got to take care of yourself. That's like of the utmost importance, especially when you get news like that there's something that's going on in your body that really needs like attention, you know, right now. You just have to do what's going to work for you. You just have to do what's best for you. And I was trying to tell her, you know, I can kind of relate to that because I've gone through something, you know, a change like that, similar, because I was following a vegan diet for a really long time. Like I was like following a vegan diet for like 4 years, and that's back when, you know, my channel started, and I went through a real change. You know, there's a few very sweet and lovely, loyal people that have stayed with me, but for the most part, I lost a lot of viewers who were, you know, plant-based, vegan and stuff because I was no longer following that 100%. And so that was kind of a, you know, kind of a bummer, but I had really hit a wall at that time, and I don't want to get into again because I already have videos up on why I don't eat that way anymore. So I don't want to really rehash all that. Just maybe a real quick little answer to that is just that I was really having a lot of issues because I have, you know, genetically high cholesterol, and I had all kinds of issues. I was having a horrible reaction to soy, which scares me to death now. Obviously, I'm very intolerant to soy. I don't know if I started out that way or if I did it to myself by having an overabundance, but in any case, it made me absolutely ill. And at one point, I was so sick that I was sick for 4 straight months. And I thought at one point, gosh, I'm either going to get better or I'm going to just die because it's just going to keep getting worse. And that's when, you know, I totally had to just change things. And I did do keto for a while because I was thinking that now fatty liver does run in my family, non-alcoholic, but trust me, there's plenty of alcoholic fatty liver that's going on my side of the family, relative-wise. I myself don't drink because I just don't think that I can take chances like that with my family background, you know, and so I just kind of like steer clear of that. But anyway, so I did have to make a change too, and there's a point where you just have to do what's best, right? And so there's, you know, there's a lot of talk about, you know, there's people, you know, whether low fat or keto is better, you know, and which one's the better diet basically for everyone. And you know, I was watching this, I will link it below, watching one of the doctors from Stanford University Medical Center did a study on whether or not keto or low fat was best. And they took like, I think 500 or 600 people, I think it was 600 people, and they divided them up equally, and you know, they just did it. They did a really good test, but what they found out during the study was that it was a draw. I mean, you couldn't say, neither one of them was better than the other, and it totally depended on the person and their biological makeup and how they were responding at the time. And that's another thing too, that, you know, sometimes when I was high carb, super low fat, and that I had hit a wall. At first it was working for me, and then it didn't. My body makeup changed, you know, something changed, and it started to not work for me, and then it really didn't work for me. And so I had to change, and then I went to more of a paleo type. I did keto for a little while, more of a paleo thing, and then I did intermittent fasting, like real, like 1 meal a day type stuff. And then that worked for a little while, and then I couldn't really deal with that anymore. So then that's when I started Weight Watchers, and then that seemed to be a really, I don't know, kind of a middle of the ground way to live, right? And it really helped for a while, just to kind of like help me stay on track. But and then, you know, sometimes I just feel like my body changed, you know, because at one point, super low fat with genetically high cholesterol, and having a lot of carbs, my liver didn't like it. And I started putting out like 3 times as much cholesterol because I wasn't eating any. So my body started making it like crazy, like a cholesterol factory. I mean, it was like insane. I wasn't having any, and my numbers were like, I was like 345 or something like that. And this is like a total plant-based diet, and it totally threw me for a loop, right? And then I went even, you know, more strict, and it went up 50 points, and which totally, I don't know what happened there, but it was my genetic makeup, my biology at the time was just like, it was just not working for me. So then I switched, right? I added meat products, I added some fat, and then it came down, right? It came way down, and then I had this balanced diet that seemed to work really well, and it brought the numbers way down. They took me off of statins, everything was going well, and then it started changing again, right? So started changing again, started climbing up again. So now I'm at the place where I'm trying to bring it down again. And so now I'm trying to cut my fat back again and see if maybe that'll help. So anyway, but I'm telling you all this because I think that our bodies, not only does it depend on whether or not keto or low fat works for us, doesn't just depend on our body type, our genetics, our makeup, and all of that stuff, but it also depends, this is just my own theory based on my own experience, is that it also depends on our body at the time and what it's going through, right? Based on the environment and the variables that we've been exposing it to for however long it is. And it's had whatever effect it has and has changed the tables. It's just like turn the tables, and you just have to like stay one step ahead of it, right? When we get our blood checked, I gotta say probably like mine's like every 6 months. I have to do it because of my cholesterol. So I always find out where I'm at, and I can see, and I keep graphs, so that I can kind of like trace what I'm doing with what it looks like. And that's what I've seen on looking at all my own data, is that it just depends on where I'm at the time and what my body's wanting to do. My age, who knows why it does what it does, but I just have to look at it all and try to stay one step ahead of it. And so I don't know, I just feel like when people are doing this, because we all have to do what's best for us, I don't know, I can't tell you what, I don't want to tell you what to do, but I'm just thinking as a vlogger, I kind of want to speak up on Amy's defense a little bit and just say, you know what, we got to do what we got to do, and we just got to support whoever's needing to change to basically to save their life, to do whatever they got to do, right? And it may be where they're going to stay for a while. It may just be for a little while, and then they'll be back, right? Doing something else because their body makeup might change. You know what I mean? So anyway, I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that?
No, you nailed it.
So hubby's been on this journey with me forever, and so yeah, and he's just he's constantly worrying as to whether or not I'm getting any arteriosclerosis and what I'm gonna need, and hopefully Kat won't have a heart attack, and all this stuff, and we don't even want to go there. But the reality of it is that people who have the genetic form of high cholesterol like I do, major heart cardiac events, open heart surgery is not unheard of for this, so I've had a pretty good track record so far. But anyway, so I just wanted to discuss this a little bit with you guys. So if you are not sub to Amy from N is for Nurse, if you would go check her out, I'm going to put her link below, and go down there and show her some love and just tell her, you know what, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? We're behind you. Just take care of yourself. That would mean so much to her right now. And I love this community because they do that kind of thing. And I don't know, it kind of hurt my heart to see her going through this and feeling like she was losing people because of her having to choose this, you know what I mean, at a time when she really needed people, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of people that are behind her, don't get me wrong, there are, but I think that the people who are behind her, it would mean so much if we just spoke up at that time, to say, hey, we're here and we're behind you. So anyway, you guys are awesome. I got like the best viewers in the entire planet. Every single one of you guys. Well, except for one person, I would say, and they're probably awesome in their own way. But it's the one down, thumbs down I get. And I'm pretty sure I know who that is. I'm pretty sure I know who that person is. But anyway, who cares? I love the rest of you guys and that person too. All right, guys, I love you, and I will see you tomorrow.